What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central, and I am just so annoyed with this loss as the Mets lose 8-2 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. That loss just blows, honestly, because this game was so within reach despite the score saying what it is, because you have a garbage set of calls behind the plate from the umps. You have a questionable decision, to say the least, from Carlos Mendoza. But again, it's hard to get mad when, at the end of the day, here comes Eric Orsi out of the pen in his MLB debut. And I feel bad for the kid. The kid comes in, does some good work, and has some good-looking stuff. It's just, unfortunately, the umpire was a douche behind the plate, didn't make the right calls. He lets up a couple base runners. Then here comes Adrian Hauser out of the pen. And then it becomes such a big disaster when it just did not need to be. Before we jump into everything, please be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're a Met fan, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live on the channel next. Like I said, though, this one just blows. You get to the first inning, the Mets go down in order. In the bottom of the first, Pirates go down in order, and you already have some good-looking stuff from Christian Scott. I mean, the strikeout that he had on McCutchen alone, good stuff from him. Pete Alonso hits it to a flyout. Then you have a single from Vientos. Torrens hits into a double play. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-2-3 inning, no problem. Top of the third, Iglesias lines out. Then a single from Jeff McNeil. Bader grounds out. Lindor gets hit by a pitch, and then Nimmo grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the third, a 1-2-3 inning, and again for Christian Scott, who gets a strikeout again. Cruising along. Top of the fourth, 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the fourth, a walk there from McCutchen, then Reynolds flies out, and then a home run from O'Neill Cruz, which, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. That made it 2-0. Gets the next two outs, which Christian Scott, again, this is what I love about this guy already. And this is, like, I know an ace in the makings when I see one. When I see a pitcher let up a piss missile like he did, and he just gets back out there and gets the next two batters nonchalant. I know that Christian Scott's got it someday, and it's stuff like that. It's the little things like that where he just did not get rattled, and he's a rookie. Top of the fifth, Mets go down in order. Bottom of the fifth, Pirates go down in order. Top of the sixth, a single for Bader. Lindor lines out, and then a home run from Brandon Nimmo, who was snubbed from the All-Star game heavily, and that ended up tying the game up at 2. Alvarez with a single, and then a ground out from Alonso and a strikeout, which, by the way, Mark Vientos, I freaking am listen, I appreciate what he's doing this season, and I am a big fan of Mark Vientos, but some of these pitches that he takes on strike 3 drive me insane. Like it just drives me insane, especially that one. He just stares at that one. Not good. Not good. Bottom of the sixth, ground out from Chiolo, and then McCutchen flies out. And I don't understand why Christian Scott was pulled out. Well, I do and I don't. Because I get you want to have him on a pitch limit because you don't want to cook the kid's arm in his first year as a pro. But that is a spot right there. No. I'm sorry, no. You can't take him out there. You cannot take him out there. He got the first two outs so easily. 3 pitches on the first at bat. I know the next one was a bit of a grind, but he got the 2 outs. Why are you not letting him face Brian Reynolds there? Which I'm pretty sure Brian Reynolds was 0 for 2 before that at bat. Why is it that Christian Scott couldn't get the nod there to face Brian Reynolds? But Orsi comes in, and that walk either way from Brian Reynolds, garbage last call, garbage ball 4 call, borderline, sure, but that was a strike. Like, come on. And then there was a couple missed ones in the O'Neill Cruz at bat too. You look at some of the stuff that could have been called, like the second ball on the at bat could have been called. Rowdy Tellez, though, gets a single then, and then that ended up making it a 3-2 ball game. And then Hauser comes in. I feel bad for Orsi. Nick Gonzalez with a double, 5-2. Then a wild pitch scores another run. And then Palacios gets a home run to make it 7-2. And right then and there, the game was over. And I'm just so sick of the bullpen blowing games time and time again. Because Christian Scott had such a good start. And this was the perfect opportunity for the kid to get his first MLB win. And nope, They pissed it away. And again, I don't blame Orzi at all. Hauser, I do. I like Hauser genuinely stunk today. Orzi did not stink. Like, I thought actually he was good. And I like some of the stuff that we saw from him. And maybe I'm being a little too nice to him and maybe being a little too critical of Hauser. But regardless, Christian Scott should have been in there to face Bryan Reynolds. And then, listen, it's hard to get too mad because at that point, just non-competitive at bats. I mean, Luis Torrens striking out on 3 pitches. Then you have some ground outs from Iglesias, which he at least grinded out the at bat a bit. Same with McNeil. But again, like, you get some ground outs there. And then the 7th inning, they allow a single to Triolo. 8th inning, they get some 2-out hits, 2 singles from Nimmo and Alvarez. And then Alonso pops out. Could have got a rally started because there's the narrative going around that he's not clutch. Would have been nice to prove people wrong there. And then you have Cabrian Hayes come in the pitch hit, gets a single, and then a line out from Tellez Gonzalez with a single, and then a force out, scores a run, 8-2. 9th inning, nothing really competitive. I mean, Viento's first pitch gets a single on Honeywell. Torrens hits into a force out, which was so close to being a base hit, but Cabrian Hayes made such a beautiful play there. Iglesias gets out, and then McNeil flies out in foul grounds, and it just sucks. It sucks. And I get that Keller's a respectable pitcher, but they didn't work his pitch count enough at all. Like, he was in the game for way too long. You should have got to that bullpen way earlier. And again, Scott, feel bad for him. I know JDM wasn't in the lineup, but man, the offense just so much today from the offense. And it's funny too, because you have Brandon Nimmo after the game discussing how he's been trying to convince ownership and management that this team's worth buying at the deadline for, which I found very interesting. And if I'm in the front office, I'm saying you can't lose games like this. If you want to prove that you're worth buying for, can't lose games like this. And I know Nimmo did his part, but this is the type of game where you have to win. I know that on the surface, you look at the road trip and say, all right, 4-4, not bad to go 500 there. You could have got way worse, but you really, like, you're in such a hole that it's hard to accept that, you know? Like, even just 1 above would have been so much more tolerable and so much more palatable versus what we got here. And it just sucks that they dropped this game, because this was a game where despite the score, it was so much more winnable than it indicated. But I don't know. It's just unfortunate, but that is going to be it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live, and I'll see you in the next one.